Good morning, students. Janaran to all of you. I am Naveen Mishra, your physics teacher, going to start today our new chapter, Current and Electricity. Students, before discussing this lecture, we have already studied Unit 1, which is known as Electrostatics. And in that chapter, we have studied about the charges at rest. The definition of that chapter was electrostatic is the branch of physics where charges are at rest. But now we are going to start our new unit, that is current electricity, and from this chapter we will discuss about the charges at motion. What are the effects of charges at the motion? Which type of phenomena they show? We will discuss. Then first we are going to start our new chapter, current electricity. Okay, let us start. Students, before starting, I would like to show you some basic concepts which we have already studied in our previous classes, in our previous sections. In class 10th, we have already studied about the current electricity chapter and so many basic concepts. Today, I am going to start with those basic concepts which you have already studied in class 10. Many students, we have studied about basic electrical circuit, which consists of a bulb, a battery or cell, and few connecting wires. And I think this circuit is a part of our daily life. We used to play with this type of circuit. In further discussion, I will continue with an activity. I will give you an activity to make a birthday card. Birthday card, and the name of that birthday card will be the electronic birthday card, in which all of you will prepare a birthday card using bulbs, wires, cells, and so many type of electrical things. Then before starting that, we will try to understand those basic concepts which are in class 10. Students, as we have studied that for a flow of current, there is a requirement of battery, connecting wires, and so many things we have studied. But we are discussing some basic concepts. Let us start with this video. In this video, we can see that the atom consists of a nucleus at the center and revolving electron around it. And after that, we have studied that in conductors, there are free electrons. These free electrons can move inside the conductor freely, and we said that the current is a flow of charge. When charges starts to flow, then we said current is flowing. Current can flow, students, in all three types of material. Either that is solid, either that is liquid or gas. But in all these three mediums, there should be free charges. In solid, free charges are electrons. In liquid, free charges are ions. And in gases, free charges are also ions. Then we have discussed that nucleus and about electron. We can see here, these are the atoms and electrons are traveling around it randomly. Since atoms are very dense in a conductor, if you will study and if you will take some data, then you will observe that in conductors, in 1 centimeter cube of volume, if we take a copper piece of size 1 centimeter cube, then it consists of about to 10 to the power 27 free electrons, about to 10 to the power 27 free electrons, and near about the same number of atoms also. Then in such dense atmosphere, electron cannot go free. It will definitely go through some collisions with the particles, with the atoms, with the electrons. Now, we can see further. These electrons are called free electrons, and we can see these free electrons move from one end to another as we apply battery. Here we can see, students, this is the nucleus, and this is the nucleus of a conductor. We can see in the conductors, in nucleus there are positive charges and neutrons, and electrons revolve around the nucleus. There are some nucleus or some atoms around which the electrons are very loosely bound, and conductor is a good example of that. In conductors, the revolving electrons are very loosely bound, and I think you all know about the valence electron or a valence cell. Then electrons are very loosely bound around the nucleus, and they can move inside the conductor because they get free from that atom. They break this bond because nucleus attracts the electron. Then they can, since this attraction force is very loose, then electrons can easily leave their place and they can move around the conductor. Further, we can see here. If we talk about the insulators, then in insulators, these revolving electrons are tightly bound. They cannot easily move, they cannot easily leave the nucleus. Then we have already discussed about the conductors, insulators, semiconductors. About the semiconductors, we will there are so many type of discussion in the last chapter, and we will discuss that about semiconductor in last chapter. Now, students, with this example, with this revision, I am going to start, or you can say I am coming to our main discussion, which is the part of our syllabus. Students, I am going to start from the chapter Current Electricity. In this chapter, I have two slides. In first slide, we will discuss the following topics: electric current, conventional current, drift velocity, current density, Ohm's law, resistance, resistivity, conductance, conductivity, temperature dependence of resistance, color coding of carbon resistor, series and parallel combination of resistor, EMF and potential difference of cell, internal resistance of cell, and series parallel combination. These topics are, I think, familiar to you. We have already studied something or a basic concept regarding these topics, but now we will discuss these things in detail. I would like to start from current. Students, as we can see on the screen, the definition of current we have already discussed. If the rate of flow of charge is steady, then we use I is equal to Q by T, rate of flow of charge. In class 10, we have discussed. And for the rate of flow of charge varies. If charges are varies according to the time or with the time, then we will use the formula dQ by dt in the differentiation form. There are different type of current we have discussed in class 10. We have discussed that there are two type of current, AC and second one is DC. AC for alternating current, DC for direct current. Here we will discuss these topics in detail. Students, I am drawing a graph. between time and current, and we will observe how the different type of current varies according to the time. Let us start. See the graph number A. Graph A is straight. It shows that this is a non-varying current. This type of current is not varying. It is a constant current. It is a constant value. And this current is known as DC, direct current. This is a DC, direct current. Second one, you can see here the B, the graph number B. This graph is increasing with respect to the time. Such type of current or varying current, it is increasing with respect to the time continuously. And we can say about the third one, this is varying. This is constantly, uniformly increasing, but this current is constantly varying. Then B and C, varying current whose magnitude varies with respect to the time. Next we can see here, we already know about this current. This is a AC, alternating current, and we use this type of current in our household circuit. Alternating current is a part of our life, and DCs also, but most widely we are using alternating current in our life. And this type of current is varying with respect to time. It is alternatively going in first half means positive, in second half means negative. It changes its polarity with respect to time. We call this type of current alternating current. Students, these things are very basic, and we will start, we can say these are our building blocks. With these, we will discuss in detail our next topic. Now come to the next, conventional current. As we know that for flow of current, we are using here a conductor, a cell or battery. In conductor, electrons are free to move. Conventionally, we say that current starts from positive terminal, the conventional current, and ends to the negative terminal of the cell. Conventionally current. This conventional current starts from the positive terminal of cell and ends to the negative terminal. But students, we know very well that electrons are moving opposite to the direction of conventional current. Electrons are opposite to the direction of conventional current. Then the conventional current is from positive terminal of the negative terminal, and our actual motion of charges are from negative to the positive. You can see here, you can see the positive charges are considered as a conventional current, but in actual, you can see the electrons move, and here we have mentioned that the direction of conventional current is opposite to the direction of electrons. Students, since it is our introductory video, we are discussing very basic things, very introductory part, then our main topic begins with this, drift velocity and current. Students, what is drift velocity? We will discuss this topic in our next video, but I would like to explain something about drift velocity. What is drift velocity? Then you all have played so many racing games. In those games, we use the word drifting of car, drifting of bike. Then what is the drifting? And we will discuss drifting in our next lecture. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching.